Hey, this is Camo for Nashville Access Facebook Live. We're here again at the, I'm trying to think of another superlative that I can use. The very cool Pie Wagon, just off Music Row. A lot of people coming into town leading up to the CMA Awards that are in town next week, and these two stragglers fell off a bus. Two Ways Home. Just introduce yourself to everybody and say hi.
I'm Lewis from Two Ways Home.
Hi, I'm Izzy.
And thanks for having us.
Yeah.
It's great. Now, you guys kind of have a different story. Obviously, by the accents, you're not native.
That's true.
Yeah.
Not native to here, anyway. You're from the UK. You're from England.
Originally small countryside town boy, but moved to London about 8 years ago. That's where I met you.
And you're not even from the UK. Where are you from?
I'm from Austria. So basically I grew up in Vienna, and then when it came to going to uni, I was like, well, I want to do music. And Vienna has a lot of classical music, but it doesn't really have any pop culture, or not that much. Now it's getting better, but when I started, I really wanted to just study popular music. So I went to England and studied there.
Wow. And then, now see, this is the funny one. I was reading your bio. It said that you came to Nashville in 2013 and had a life-changing experience. Now, for us in Nashville, life-changing means, oh, there's no rush hour traffic. But for y'all,
Well, we just, kind of from living in London, we find sometimes you tend to move quite often, and like we don't even know our neighbours when we move house, but when we came to Nashville, we found even on the first day we were kind of made some new friends, and we played a little show I think it was in the Hard Rock, but like filmed on the balcony as part of Balcony TV. And we met just two writers there, and they took us to like loads of writers' rounds, and we played shows, and we just kind of got into loads of adventures. And I think it was just nice to be in a really social music environment where people everybody sort of knows everybody, and just wants to help out some foreigners that are in their town.
usually if they're helping out foreigners, they're selling you a newspaper on the corner. But how, I guess being here all the time, we kind of take that for granted. But is that kind of that musical community of people just saying, hey, you play guitar, come on and do this. Is that really that life-changing for you?
I think it's very different, because in London you don't really get that very much. Even if you're like at a show, it's not very often that people say, oh, come jam with us, or at a music shop. Like we were at a music shop a few days ago and we just met this guy. And
Anderson Stone.
Yeah, Anderson Stone. He was just playing, and then he started playing, and then we all just did a song together. And then from there we went to the park and filmed a little video. So it's just really cool, because you wouldn't get that in the UK at all. Everyone kind of like keeps to themselves.
There's still plenty of stuff happening. I think it's just not so much. We're a little bit more of a reserved culture.
I think the Nashville culture in that respect is being kind of dragged over. The more people come here and see how things are done, like writers' rounds are gaining in popularity over there. We have friends from Italy, and they came here, and now they're doing writers' rounds in Italy, which is just...
It's definitely something we want to kind of take back to the UK with us a bit more.
Yeah, I think I know of one writer's round in the UK,
Yeah.
but that's it.
So being in London, how receptive are they to the kind of music you do? Because you're not really what you would call straight up country band. You're more of a folk country, alt country.
Yeah. I think we spent a little bit of time trying to try to pigeonhole ourselves into a genre. I think the closest we got was alt country. I think there's a lot of other bands that are playing kind of a sound that we like, maybe not super similar to what we do, and they class themselves as alt country. But I think the UK's not stereotypically had such an awesome country scene. Like, I didn't grow up particularly listening to country music, but I feel now we found a little circuit, and we found a little community of people. And there's some festivals that are starting to grow. There's one called Buckle Dance, which is up in Manchester, which is great. I mean, we got to meet a great act called the Canes. We got to see Phil Vassar there.
Yeah, the Canes are really tight. I saw them perform here. They're a really good band. Brother and two sisters.
Yeah. We actually had a co-write with them yesterday.
Yeah. They're
We've got some
really nice.
great music coming with them.
Yeah.
And they're more of the pop country sound.
Yeah.
And how does that mesh with what you're doing?
Well, I think we want to, whilst we're making alt country, slightly alternative country music, Izzy's a great hot hook writer, and I think we still want to be able to be very commercially viable. I think we just don't want to completely go into kind of straight ahead pop production. We want to kind of keep it a little bit more gritty.
Yeah, because you want to be able to make a living at what you're doing.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
if you're doing songs that are too out there, and everybody takes the word commercial and thinks it's an evil thing, and it's not. It just means people are liking it and buying it.
And it means you can get your music ultimately to more people. So.
How are you being received here?
Pretty well, I think.
Yeah, I think we've so far we've done more more writing sessions than shows. We've got a few shows coming up,
Yeah.
but I think
The first time we had quite a lot of shows, and it was really nice. So we played one show, and then from that one show we got the next show, and then from that show we got the next show. So it was kind of like,
everyone we played, somebody said, "Oh, you've got to come over and we've got a free slot in the writers' round. You can come in."
yeah, so it was really good.
We both made up one person in the writers'
Yeah.
round.
Yeah, that's not unusual. So you're here. How long are you here for?
Till the 4th.
4th? Are you going to
Yeah.
try and go to CMA Awards?
We were going to
I'm
try,
gonna try.
but I don't know. At the moment, I think we've got back-to-back writing sessions for.
True pros. Skipping
Yeah.
the awards to ride.
We're really packing a lot in.
Yeah.
We're looking to see some shows even if they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of those in town.
Mm.
So let's talk about your music a little bit more, the kind of style of stuff you're doing. Just kind of describe it for people, the sound you've got.
I would say it's like the marriage between kind of country, rock, and folk.
That's good.
So these are like the main elements. We've got, so when we play back home, we have a whole band.
Yeah.
So we have acoustic guitar, electric guitar, and then drums, bass, and then I play ukulele and mandolin and auto harp.
Wow, auto harp, that's,
Yeah.
you don't see that too often.
No, we've kind of like tried to mix it up. We sort of put it on a keyboard stand and
Yeah.
put it through guitar pedals and things,
Oh,
and kind
cool.
of use it as a big, almost like synthy sound.
I mean, that's really rootsy. You know,
Yeah.
the auto harp and the Carter family.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool.
And also, the funny thing is that Austria actually has an instrument called the zither, which is kind of like the predecessor of the auto harp.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like the idea that I wanted something from home to kind of come and
Well, that's cool.
define the sound.
So it's not just country music, it's many countries' music.
Yeah.
And yeah, with the sound, like I'm quite a big Mumford and Sons fan. And I think a bit of that sneaks in there. We're just working on a tune
Yeah.
at the moment, which is very kind of big acoustic-y, foot stompy sort of song.
There's a lot of artists like that you really can't figure out what category. I mean, Jason
Yeah.
Isbell kind of is country, but
Yeah.
he's not. And Sturgill Simpson, same kind of thing. It's country, but it's got much more of a folk roots kind of thing going to it. So
Which I think is great that it's kind of two artists we both really like. And,
It's like the country music is kind of like such a wide genre now,
Yeah.
I feel. So like,
yeah, when they don't know what to call it, it's just, well, we call it Americana.
yeah.
And they say Americana is outselling country, but with no surprise, Americana is like everything from Tom Petty
yeah.
to Zeppelin now.
Pretty broad.
It's pretty
Yeah.
But then countries too, there is the rocky facet, there's the
Yeah.
straight ahead pop, there's what we're trying to do, there's everything in there.
Cool. You gonna give us a song?
Yeah.
Sure. How many do you want from us? Just the one?
Let's start off with one, and
Alright.
if we run out of stuff to talk about, then we'll get more.
Well, should we start off upbeat? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Okay, Two Ways Home on Nashville Access Facebook Live.
Let me just lose this. Sorry, it was just... Okay, this song's called Just For Now. It's one of our latest singles. to pack a few more memories to force into the past. Forget at last many fateful miles to make. 54 hours is all it takes to make you mine. Years gone by, you were a faker, I'm a heartbreaker, making up my mind. Smile is where my home is where my heart lives. With every step we're getting closer to the edge. At the top the view is blinding, when you fall it's my bad timing. But I'll mend you if you break it on the ground. Let us fall together, fall just for now. Remember what you said to me, we were only 17. You held me close, words that moves. Now you tell me every day, do we feel the same way as we did before? 'Cause I want more. We're moving fast now, running with the past out. We'll leave this all behind. Smile is where my home is where my heart lives. With every step we're getting closer to the edge. At the top the view is blinding, when you fall it's not that timing. But I'll mend you if you break it from the ground. Let us fall together, fall just for now. Hey! Hey! Ooh. Hey! Ooh. Hey! 2, 3, 4. Smile is where my home is where my heart lives. With every step we're getting closer to the edge. At the top the view is blinding, when you fall it's my bad timing. But I'll mend you if you break up on the ground. Smile is where my home is where my heart lives. With every step we're getting closer to the edge. At the top the view is blinding, when you fall it's not bad timing. But I'll mend you if you break it on the ground. Let us fall together, fall just for now.
Very nice. That's a great song. And to me, that's got great hook, and it's really kind of commercial sounding, which is a good thing.
That's what we were trying for with that one.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that it comes across that way.
It does, great. How, with you being from Austria, how popular is country music in Austria?
Not very popular. So we do get a lot of influences from America. So when I was growing up, we had loads of artists come over from America. All the kind of chart shows are more American than English. But we don't get that much country. I think we have like 1 or 2 country artists that I'm aware of, which are from Austria and who kind of do gigs in Austria. But other than that, nothing really. But you get like the big ones of Dolly Parton,
Yeah.
people like that too, have that kind of thing.
Were those kind of people in the back of your head as you kind of came to the point of, we're going to do a band and do country, all country music?
Not really at first. So at first it was just because when me and Lewis started singing, it kind of lent itself really well to like the country harmonies. So we kind of fell into it. And then once that happened, we kind of looked into the genre more and more, and then fell in love with the genre, and then we're like, oh, this is great. And then now we're taking more and more influences from bands in the genre.
It's interesting hearing how people come to it, because here it's just like, I like country.
Yeah.
And to hear somebody that's researching it to find out where they fit in just is a little, strange, but only
Yeah.
strange in that it's different than what we're used to. You know, we just kind of grew up. Oh, listen to that radio station, and that's what you like. Is that growing more and more in the UK?
Yeah, definitely. So there's a few country radio stations now, which you can just tune into, so that's great. And also, I think because of the show Nashville, a lot of people are getting more in tune with the country thing, and everyone gets more kind of, they get interested in the genre because of the show, and then they find loads more acts, so that's why it's growing, I think.
Apparently, when the new season starts, they're going to be concentrating on the music more, so you should try and get a song in. I could never figure that out because they would have these big stars and you'd get 30 seconds of their music.
Yeah.
But they're going to be concentrating. Less disasters, more music.
Oh, that's good.
That'd be great if we could get some cuts.
Yeah.
So if there's anybody out there who wants to co-write with us, 2 ways home.
Where did the name come from?
It was a long process.
We had a name previously that we were gigging under.
Yeah.
Don't like to bring up. But we decided we needed a name change.
Yeah.
And then that was a given. And I think we kind of were searching and trying to figure out something that meant something to us. And then we had loads of ideas, and we kind of realised that all names are rubbish till they're good in a way.
Yeah.
Until a band's if you took any band name and heard it for the first time, I don't know whether it would translate so great. I mean, the one I always think of is the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Who thought that would be an awesome, cool, snappy name?
Black Eyed Peas as well.
Well, yeah. I mean, but they're great. I think they're great names now. But we have an artist that we really like from Australia.
I think she's from New Zealand, actually.
Don't get that wrong.
Yeah.
It's like mixing America and Canada. We don't need to do
New
that.
Zealand.
Okay, she's from New Zealand. And she's actually do you remember there's a song called Somebody That I Used to Know?
Yeah.
Now you're just somebody that I used to know. She's the female singer from that. So that's how we kind of found out about her. Relatively unnamed, but she's called Kimbra.
Yeah.
And awesome first album. I recommend anybody checking it out. Completely not country, but
It's
we
really
just
good.
loved it. She's got a song called Two-Way Street, and we like this idea of there's two of us.
And then also, we took the home because obviously we're both from different countries, so we wanted that kind of to play into the name a little bit.
So I think it can be interpreted in a few different ways. I kind of see it as for us, there's 2 ways home. There's the way back to Vienna, there's the way back to London, and we're kind of somewhere different.
In between. And now there.
Yeah.
Is the ambition to kind of start touring here and start developing more of a name here for yourself?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think first through writing primarily would be good. It would be lovely to play, kind of get in with some more writers and play some rounds and things. But I think we're looking to come back next year as well.
Yeah. I think the plan is to just come back more regularly now.
And build up go away and save up our pennies.
Yeah.
Sorry, save up our cents. And then get over it as often as possible.
Yeah.
Have you been, you've been exposed to American audiences now. Do you find the audiences any different than what?
I don't know.
Maybe they're a bit louder.
Don't the band.
Bit wilder.
A bit wilder, possibly. I think we've had some wild crowds in London as well.
Yeah. I guess it always depends on the night as well.
I know a lot of American artists go internationally and say that everybody knows to sing along with the hits here, but internationally they know all the cuts on the album and will sing along with everything. Yeah. So you're going from everybody knowing all your songs to people going, oh, I like that single. That's what happens if you play here.
Yeah, but it's fun. I think some of our songs are quite easy to
we've got a few
jig
ones that
along
are
to,
easy.
so it's just.
Yeah, I mean that one, that's got that's really hooky and it's a good catchy song. And you got the hay. And
Got some
Exactly.
booze and some haze.
Yeah.
People love the hay.
Yeah, throw in some whoa-whoas or haze and you'll have the audience sing along with it.
Wowo's, haze, or a banjo.
Yeah.
You've got to have one of those three for a country hit, surely.
So you got one album out, or two? Yeah.
And two EPs.
Two EPs,
Yeah.
good. All right.
So there's another one coming soon, hopefully. So that's kind of in the works at the moment.
Just kind of writing it.
Yeah.
With our last two, we had 4 songs that were really strong and we wanted to record. With this one, the plan is to write with loads of different artists, get a big library of songs, and then really get a pick which ones we want to be.
Good. Where can people find you online?
twowaysnote.com, and then we're all on all the media platforms.
Social media.
Yes.
We were lucky with the name that I think everything is just 2 ways now.
Yeah.
There's no officials.
No.
Make sure you check them out, twowayshome.com, and then go and like them and friend them and follow them and stalk them. Oh, they like that. Gonna do another song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
What do you want to? Do you want to let us sing?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
If we can bring it down a bit for you guys.
You can bring it down.
In the Pie Wagon here.
It happens every time I enter a room. It brings it down. Both the level of energy and the tone.
Oh no.
You and me both. Just got a little D-tune there.
Yeah. So this song we're gonna do is called Better Days, and it's off the latest EP, and we also have a video out for this one at the moment.
Which is kind of
Which
a
is,
live session, which we filmed
yeah.
in Vienna actually. It's
We did.
called the Vienna Sessions.
Cool. 2 Ways Home.
So far away, I've slept for days, and I just lay right next to you, without you knowing that I'm still here.
So close to touch, but I can't hold you. Just feel too much. It's like I told you, this love and lust has turned to dust. I hope you trust it's worth fighting for us. All alone in the dark, with eyes wide open, hand on your heart. Do you feel broken? I'm torn apart. You left me open for better days. We don't walk the same, not like we used to. Your hand in mine, each pace in time. Now we march to a different beat. I don't think I'm ready to make my peace with where we are, 'cause underneath we're still growing, rooted in the earth. Leaving was the hardest thing I've done. We were living and breathing from the same lungs. We were thinking with the same minds from the start. High blood was pumping through the same veins to your heart. I'm alone in the dark, my eyes wide open, hand on heart, feeling broken. I'm torn apart. You left me open for better days. All alone
in your heart? Do you feel broken? I'm torn apart. You left me hoping for better days.
Very nice. Excellent. Two Ways Home. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you so much.
Next year, let's talk again. All right?
Definitely.
You'll have a ton of followers and fans and everything, and we'll have to be beating them off with a stick.
Fingers crossed.
Thank you for coming
Yeah,
by.
Thanks so much for having us. It was really nice to meet you guys.
Two Ways Home. Check them out, twowayshome.com, and get on all their social media. You guys rock. Thank you for coming again.
Thank you.
And join us again. Thanks to the Pie Wagon for letting us see you.